Hello my dear students, welcome back. So in the last video I discussed about the mitochondria. Now today we are going to discuss about the plastids. So mitochondria, actually it is found in all the eukaryotic cell, but these plastids, they are not found in all the eukaryotic cell. These plastids are exclusively found in the plant cell and euglenoids. Means we can say these plastids are found mainly in the autotrophic organism, and I think all of you know that plants and euglenoids both are the examples of the autotrophic organisms. So it is not found in the fungi, animals. So in them these plastids are absent. So mainly these plastids are found in the plant cells and the euglenoids. Okay. So this is the first point. Plastids are found in plant cells and euglenoids. Euglenoids, that example is euglena. Okay, and I think all of you know that euglena is the connecting link between the plant and animal because it shows both the property, autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. But you should know that euglena have the plastids. Okay. Now, what is the function of the plastids? Mainly, we can say the function of plastid that it contains some pigments, and because of that pigment, plants perform various functions. Like you know that plants are able to make their own food. Means we can say they can perform photosynthesis, and the credit goes to a cell organelle that is chloroplast. And I want to tell you this chloroplast is also an example of plastid. Okay. Actually, what happened on the basis of the pigment present in the plastid, the plastids are divided into three types. So that classification you may write down. So plastids. Remember, this classification is on the basis of pigment. Okay, so on the basis of pigment, these plastids may be of three types. First one is they are chloroplast. Second one is chromoplast. And third one is leucoplast. Okay, so these three are the types of pigment. These three are the types of plastids on the basis of pigment. So mainly this chloroplast contain chlorophyll. Mainly I'm saying mainly it contain the chlorophyll. Otherwise it also contain chlorophyll and carotenoid. And this chlorophyll plays a very vital role in the plants. What happened? The plant is able to perform the photosynthesis. What happens in the photosynthesis? In the photosynthesis, a change takes place. Means the solar energy is converted to the chemical energy, and that conversion takes place within a cell organelle. That cell organelle is the chloroplast. Clear? And they are able to do so because of presence of the chlorophyll. So what happens? This chlorophyll will trap the sunlight. Okay, and that solar energy will be converted into the chemical energy. Clear? So mainly they contain the chlorophyll and the carotenoids. Then this chromoplast. The chromoplast contain the keratinoid pigment. Keratinoid. Here you can see main pigment is chlorophyll and carotenoid, but chromoplast they mainly have the keratinoid pigment. That example of carotenoid pigment is carotene and xanthophyll. So mainly they contain the carotene and xanthophyll, and this is very important. You can see different plants of the part, they are of various colors. They may be in the orange color, red color, or yellow color also. Okay, Even that same part of the plant, even you can see like chili, green chili you might have seen, uh, it is of green color, but after some time when it become mature, it may become of red color also. So how it is possible? Okay, even you can see orange also. Clear? Initially it is green color, but afterwards it will convert to the orange color. So all these are possible because of this chromoplast, means carotene and the xanthophyll pigment. So mainly this carotene and xanthophyll pigment, they provide variety of the colors to the plant. And this leucoplast, very important, they are also called as colorless plastids. They are called as colorless plastids. Even we can see the classification of plastid is there on the basis of the pigment. So this classification is there on the basis of pigment, but this leucoplast, they don't have the pigment. Clear? Then what is their function? Because I told in the beginning, the plastids mainly perform the function of the providing color to the plant, okay, because of the various pigments that they possess. But this leucoplasts, they are the colorless plastids because their main function is there in the storage. So they are mainly concerned with the storage. Okay. So some points in among all the discussion you may write down. So one more difference I want to tell you, that I told you mitochondria is found in all the eukaryotic cell. These plastids are found in only plant cells and eukaryotes. One more difference you may write down, that this size of the plastids are larger than that of mitochondria. As a result of which they are easily visible under the microscope. Even without staining also you can see them. Okay. So plastids are easily visible under the microscope. They are visible under the microscope as they are large. As they are large. So only important points I will write here. So chloroplast contain chlorophyll and carotenoid pigment. Chlorophyll and carotenoid pigment, which are responsible for trapping solar energy required for photosynthesis. Required for photosynthesis. So this is the main function of the pigment. Actually, we cannot do the photosynthesis. What is the reason behind it? Because we don't have such plastids which can trap the sunlight. Otherwise, if we have some cell organelle which can trap the sunlight, then we can also perform the photosynthesis. But this is not the condition. Then next point you may write down, that chromoplast contain carotenoid pigment, carotene and xanthophyll. In xanthophyll also different pigments are there, xanthophyll A, xanthophyll B, but generally you write xanthophyll. Okay, which give different color. That example you may write down, which give different color like yellow, orange, red, etc. So which give different color to the plant part. So it give different color to the plant part. Clear? Then I told you this leucoplasts, they are the colorless plastids, and their main function is in the storage of the nutrients. So plastids, leucoplast are colorless plastids and they are concerned with storage of nutrients, and they are concerned with the storage of nutrients. Now this leucoplast is again of three types. Leucoplast is again of three types. They may be amyloplast. This is very important, amyloplast. They may be ileoplast, or they may be aleuroplast. Very important, this amyloplast, it stores carbohydrate. Actually, this amyloplast is well present, or we can say it is present in very good amount in the potato, because potato contains the starch, and starch is an example of the carbohydrate. Then this ileoplast stores oil and fat. And whereas this aleuroplast, this is most important, this aleuroplast contains protein. This aleuroplast contains protein. Clear? Now in our syllabus, detailed study of chloroplast is there. So a small heading you may write down here, chloroplast. So even though the structure of chloroplast you have studied in class 10th also, so just it will be a revision for you. Sorry. So like mitochondria, this chloroplast is also double membrane bound cell organelle. There are some similarity as well as some difference between the mitochondria and the chloroplast. Like two difference I told you. This mitochondria is found in all the eukaryotic cells. This chloroplast is found mainly in the plant and nucleonoids. Then the size, I told you the size of mitochondria is small and the size of this chloroplast is big. That's why they are easily visible under the microscope. And in order to see the mitochondria, we have to stain, then only we can see with the help of microscope. So this is the, we can say, transverse section. Okay, transverse section of chloroplast. This is the outer membrane. This is the inner membrane. Outer membrane, then inner membrane. Then this cavity which is enclosed by this inner membrane, this is called as stroma. And this stroma is the ground substance, or we can say this is the cavity which is enclosed by the inner membrane of the chloroplast. Clear? Then inside this stroma, chloroplast they are flattened membranous sacs. They are flat like this, and membrane, they are made up of single membrane. So they have flattened membranous sac like structure, and they are called as, very important, they are called as thylakoids. They are called as what? Thylakoids. Like this one thylakoid, another thylakoid, another thylakoid. But you can see these thylakoids are stacked one over the other. They are not found single actually. They are found stacked one over the other, like the piles of the coin. And this stacks of the thylakoids, they are called as grana. They are called as what? Grana. But the single unit is called as what? Thylakoid. So this is the grana and this one is the thylakoid. So difference you should know. But Here also you can see. Don't think that only single grana is found. Many more grana are there like this. Here also you can make. Even there is connections between this grana. You can see this connection I am making here. Here also one connection I am making. So what happened? The thylakoids of different grana, they are interconnected. So the thylakoids, these are the thylakoids, and these collectively they are called as what? Grana. Here also it is one grana. This is also one grana. Single grana is called as granum. Granum is a singular term. Okay, so if only one grana is there, means then that is called as granum. So you can see here the thylakoids of the different grana, they are interconnected with the help of a tubular structure, and this is called as stroma lamellae. This is called as stroma lamellae. These are also membranous structure. Then this thylakoid is there, grana is there. Then apart from this, they also possess ribosomes. They are ribosomes. And here also very important, the ribosome will be of 70S type. Otherwise in the cytoplasmic RNA, in the cytoplasm, the ribosome is of 80S type. Okay, but we have seen the mitochondria also and here also. Both of them possess the 70S ribosome. Then here also it possesses single double stranded circular DNA. Here also it is single, means only one is there, single double stranded circular DNA. So here also they possess the single double stranded circular DNA. So you can see here also they have their own protein synthesis machinery. Here also they have their own protein synthesis machinery. That's why along with mitochondria, this chloroplast is also called as semi-autonomous cell organelle. Yeah? They are also called as semi-autonomous cell organelle. So all these things you studied in the class, and also not only that point which is new for you, that only I will discuss. Okay. For means first thing I want to discuss to you regarding the number of this chloroplast. If you remember in the mitochondria, I told you the number of mitochondria is variable and it depends on the physiology of the cell. Similarly, in the case of chloroplast, it also is variable property. It can be one or it can be more than one. Okay. For example, one very famous example, Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a green algae. In Chlamydomonas, only one chloroplast is there. But in other plants, like other higher plants, okay, they may have 20 to 40 chloroplasts in one mesophil cell. What is mesophil cell? Actually, mesophil cells are the cells which are found in the leaves, and inside these mesophil cells only, this chloroplasts are present. Clear? So in the plants, inside the mesophil cells, this chloroplasts are present. So in the mesophil cells, in a single mesophil cells, they may have 20 to 40 chloroplast. But in the case of Chlamydomonas, they have only one chloroplast. So Chlamydomonas have only one chloroplast, while in mesophil cells of higher plants, may have 20 to 40 chloroplasts. Okay, so this is the first thing that you should know, update for you. Okay, then second thing you should know, that this stroma contains the enzyme which are required for the synthesis of carbohydrate and protein. So usually the synthesis of carbohydrate and protein takes place in which part of the chloroplast? Stroma. So synthesis of synthesis of carbohydrate and protein take place in stroma. One thing I discussed today, that this chloroplast contain the chlorophyll, but nowhere I have marked the chlorophyll. Where is that chlorophyll is present? So this chlorophyll is present in the thylakoids, in the wall of thylakoids. So this also you should know, that the chlorophyll pigments are present in the thylakoids, or we can say walls of thylakoids. So chlorophyll pigments are present in thylakoids. So this is an update for you. Okay, rest all the things regarding the structure of chloroplast we studied in the class 10th also. So this completes the plastids. Okay, thank you.